Welcome to the Brew of Life podcast show, episode 10. I'm your host, Steven, and today we'll be talking about semen retention. Enjoy the show. I've been wanting to make this episode for a long time. I've always been wanting to talk about this topic, even though I kind of talked about it in episode 6 about happiness, and where I talked about, sometimes, the things that quote unquote makes us happy, these short-term pleasure stuff, at the end of the day, it doesn't really make us happy at all. It just brings more like bad things into us. It just brings more anxiety, more fear in us when we start doing these things. And yeah, so today's episode, we're gonna be talking about it. It's gonna be kind of like an interesting topic to talk about, and also probably like a really controversial topic because people are still talking about it to this day, and I still strongly do believe that the thing we're gonna talk about is really damaging everyone, people who actually does this, people who are suffering from this. And like I said, cravings can lead to suffering. The things we most desire for, it can be really, it can consume us at the end of the day. Just like, if you just got, if just imagine like you're just like a billionaire, right? And you just got so much money. Money can't make you happy at all sometimes, and it can just lead down to a road where things don't really look so well, and it just keeps you in your comfort zone. So today, talking about semen retention, or aka NoFap. So yeah, let's get into it. Semen retention. Why would, it kind of sounds crazy, right? You're holding in, you're just holding in a lot of energy in you. That's what semen retention do. That's what NoFap do. You're holding into your energy. You're not releasing your seed. For example, you're being more conscious on where you're going to plant your seed, I guess you can say. And one of the ways to easily waste your seed is definitely on porn. You're just wasting your seed. And people don't know this, but your seed, I'm talking about all the males out there, is very important. Your seed is the reason why you have that willpower in you. Your seed is the reason why you just feel so motivated to do something. Your seed is the reason why you have that strive for motivation. Without that seed in you, you're just gonna feel like kind of feel like out of it. You have no energy in you, you have nothing, and you just kind of feel empty, and there's so much brain fog in you as well. And for the most part, I hate brain fog, and I feel like porn, for the most part, is such a dangerous weapon. If you think about it, it is such a dangerous weapon. You know why? Because, anyone can get on it right now. Right now, literally right now. Everyone can just, if they have a web, all they just need is internet, a web browser, search up a few letters, bam, instantly they got it. Instantly, they can have all the categories they want. They can have every single video that they desire. And that's the problem right there. They have everything that they desire. And the thing is, there was no work put into it. It's different between, taking the easy way out and just searching up few words, having a blast, and then after that, you're having that clarity and you start regretting that action, than with long-term gratification, right? Let's say you meet this girl, okay? And, you like this girl, it takes months and months and heck, even years probably to build up a good relationship with her, to, be with her. And once you're with her, right? that long-term gratification is so worth it. Like, everything just paid off because you got out of your comfort zone. You took this big risk, right? And this was a hard process to do. Definitely a hard process to do. And then once you have an amazing relationship with this person, and then you actually start doing it, you know what I mean, then that long-term gratification is going to be there. Though, what if we took the easy way out and watching it on our phone? There is no like obstacle course. I guess you can say there's no like obstacles to go like to go and face to go to get that reward. No, we can just get it instantly, right then and there. Just like, for say, like, you're playing a video game, right? And then you get the cheat codes. It's fun for a little while to get the cheat code. You just got, you basically, you're overpowered. You get all the weapons in the game. You basically can do whatever you want, though that gratification of that goes away. Now, let's say, you start grinding on that video game. You actually do not cheat on that game, and you actually just like don't cheat at all, and then you start getting like all the good loot. You start getting all of this experience point. Then that gratification will pay off, or just about anything. For say, like, someone start taking steroids, right? They want the easy way out of trying to get muscles, trying to get buff. And once they take that steroids, now, for sure, right? It feels good at the moment. But later on, you're not going to appreciate it. You're not going to desire it anymore. Now, let's say for a person who actually, does it the natural way. They don't even, use steroids. They don't use any type of drug to get to like, cut past. Sometimes you can't cut past. You actually gotta experience the full thing. And they actually got the muscles. Now they feel strong. They feel good. That long-term gratification is in them 24/7. They appreciate their body more. For say, like, with a person, or heck, even like with a person who's taking plastic surgery. Like, they can't accept who they are. They can't accept their look. And they start taking that plastic surgery, and then now they don't really appreciate themselves. They don't love themselves anymore. As for some person, maybe, everyone got flaws at the end of the day, right? Everyone got flaws. And, like, you look into the mirror, you accept who you are. That long-term gratification is there right in you. That self-love, that unconditional love is right in you. And just, yeah, it's just such an easy way out. It's so scary because, like, back then, back all the way to the 1980s, the 1970s, all that stuff, they were just magazines. And, they were definitely much harder to get for people to obtain it. But now, since the internet has came along, which the internet, I feel like, is a blessing, because now we got so much information that we can learn. We can learn and, like, build on anything thanks to the internet, right? And it's a curse because, we can procrastinate with it. There's so much junk on the internet, and there's so many things that can just consume us at the end of the day. And I feel like the porn industry, they took in that advantage, and now, like, seriously, now all of a sudden, porn addiction has gotten so much worse. Now it's billions of people getting it. I wouldn't say billions. I always say, like, I'm not really sure, but there's a lot of people. There's more people who are addicted to it, comparing it to back then. If you just think about it. And I feel like in the future as well, it's going to get worse. Man, it's going to get worse. I feel like it's definitely going to get worse as, like, technology evolves more and more. So, yeah, that's why just porn just basically hijack our system. Porn basically just hijack the dopamine. Now, what is dopamine? Dopamine is a neurotransmit reward system in our brain. It's something like, for example, let's say 1,000 years ago, people had to hunt their food. A man had to hunt his own food. and that man has to go through a lot of process in order to get his food. Whether it's hunting or growing his food. And then he finally obtained that food, and he starts eating it. That that neural pathway in him, now he's getting that dopamine in him because like he got the food. He worked hard for this. Like he just got it in a reward system. Or for say, a man has to, like, I guess you say, reproduce with another woman. And he builds that relationship with that woman, and now they're together. That neural pathway, like just starts releasing because he has finally gotten his reward. He has, worked all the way. He worked hard for, like, I don't know how to say it. Like, he basically just worked really hard for it. But now, since everything is instant gratification, right? Now, our dopamine reward system is now messed up. It has been hijacked, I feel like. For example, like, no more we don't have to hunt or grow our own food. Now we can just easily go to fast foods. You know how like just fast foods everywhere around the corner? We just go there, or just the marketplace. No more we have to hunt or grow our own food. And now, like, once our brain starts realizing this, like, oh wait, we don't have to obtain our own food now, the hard way. Now it's being more comfortable, and it's going into that comfortable state, going into that comfort zone. And then all of a sudden now, it's really hard to go back to that state where when you did hunt or grow your own food, because now you have this easy way out of getting your own food. It's just like with porn. Once like the mind starts seeing you're watching all these type of videos, now it's your brain saying like, oh, no more we have to talk to other people to build relationships with. No more we have to go out of our comfort zone. Okay, so I am back, and what I was saying right there is like, going out of our comfort zone and actually making real life interactions. And I feel like as of now, porn just basically just kind of blocks that interaction with other people as well. Especially, just the instant gratification of like no more we can't, like, I guess you can say like no more we can just talk face to face with another human being. Now we can just easily do it on social media and just text them like easy as that. Instant gratification, I guess you can say. And yeah, it just tricks our brain that, we have to throw all away these stuff, even though at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, we still need that uncomfortableness. We still need to have something to break us. But even if we are broken, we rebuild ourselves. We come back stronger and stronger. We need something like that in order to grow and evolve. And with porn, it doesn't really do any of that. It doesn't really make us evolve as a person. It just releases high amount of unhealthy dopamine, and especially like, compared to drugs and, for say, porn, right? At least with drugs, there's a high amount of dopamine, right? But there comes to a point where, you're going to, like, I guess you can say, what is it? What's that word? Dang, I was about, okay. Like how, you just took so many drugs all at once, and then you're just knocked out. You're just blanked out. I can't really know what the word is, but like it comes to a point where, there's like a dopamine, like, just a crash of dopamine. Like, you can't take it no more, and now you're just knocked out and stuff. I just forgot the word what I was about to say. Man, oh man. What is the word? Come on. Hold up. It is, okay, I meant overdose. Okay. I don't know why that took so long. Just to get that process in me. But I feel like with porn, on the other hand, there is no sort of like an overdose there. Like there's no overdose with porn, and you can just watch it just hours and hours and hours without having some kind of just overdose or anything. The only thing that just comes out of it is just like your energy is gone. You feel so sick inside of you. You feel sickening. You feel regret. You kind of felt that guilt in you, like what am I doing? You know, and that's the thing between, and also not only that, but like with porn, it actually releases more dopamine than drugs. It's kind of crazy. Just because since it's free, it's instant gratification. Because think about this, at least with drugs, right? There's like a process that you have to do. There's like some shady process you have to do. Probably have to get a dealer. You probably have to go to the go to like the dark web to buy them. And it's a shady process. There's a high chance of you getting caught buying them, and like it's a lot of process to get it. Or let's say like a kid, he wants to buy, I guess, cigarettes or something. It's really hard for that kid to buy cigarettes because what there's a counter behind the guy. I don't know where how to explain it. Like, how like there's like a counter behind the guy, with all the cigarettes. It's kind of like inaccessible to that for that kid. And yeah, it's like a lot of process. And also, basically, with drugs, you have to pay actual money with that. You have to pay, with a physical price with that. And with porn, on the other hand, you don't have to go through any of that shady process. You don't have to go through like all these things. All you just have to do is search up few letters, bam, you're good to go. And I know what you're saying, like, but it's free though, like, right? It's free. And that's how they get you, man. That's how they get you. Just like social media. Yeah, it may be free, but that's how they get us. That's how they get us at the end of the day. Because, sure, it may be free, you're not spending no money. But you know what you are really spending? That is more like, okay, that's more like, I guess you can say more precious, precious. Or I guess you say it's more valuable. Okay. It's more valuable. You know what's like more valuable than money? Our time. Our time is a lot more valuable than money. I say that for sure because at least with money, when you like, imagine you try to invest into a business, right? You invest into your own business, then you lost some money. You lost a lot of money. Bummed out about it, but then all of a sudden, you get backed up, work hard again, and then all of a sudden you've gained a lot of money back. Okay, but with time, when you lose a lot of time, when you lose a lot of that valuable time for yourself, then you can't really get that back, sadly. You can't get it back. It's gone. Can't do anything about it. You just gotta learn your lesson from it and just move on and just learn your lesson of it. Like, time is a lot more valuable than money. It is a lot more valuable than money because you can't get that back. The only thing we can do with time is just learn the lessons that we've made and just move forward. And I feel like with porn, it kills a lot of our time. It's a time killer. The weird thing is, like imagine yourself just watching, you're viewing it. Time flies fast so quickly. Whether if you're doing something to benefit yourself, to better yourself, like I guess you say, meditation, or just building on your foundation. You're putting your time into better things instead of just watching PMO or watching porn. And yeah, that's the thing. That's how they get us. And I feel like, it's like the symbiote. Okay. I feel like one example I can give is like the movie, one of my favorite movies of all time, even though a lot of people hate it, but it's called it's Spider-Man 3. And I feel like Spider-Man 3 gives a good example of of Peter Parker having an addiction, dealing with an addiction. Because, throughout the movie, Peter Parker, like in the beginning of the movie, he is so egotistical. Like, he got everything he got. He got the girl he loves. Everyone loves Spider-Man. You know, he's like, he's like being glorified by other New Yorkers, and he's just right now having the best time of his life. He's getting things done. He's going to class. He's thinking about marrying with Mary Jane. All these good stuff are coming to him, okay? Until rock bottom hits him. Rock bottom just hits him straight forward. This thing starts turning south for Peter Parker. And now he has to rely on a source where he can't take that no more. He takes the easy way out in taking the symbiote. Now I feel like the symbiote just gives Peter Parker instant gratification. Peter Parker, he didn't have to work for those, other special abilities. And now, like, the symbiote, he gets more strength. He feels more good in him. Like, it just feels good in him overall. But here's the catch, though. It's consuming him. Every time when he wears this on, he has anger in him. He feels, like, Spider-Man, he becomes more violent towards other people and the ones that he loves. All of a sudden he starts being cocky. He just starts just being the guy that being, I guess you can say, a villain at the end of the day. And he didn't even notice. And he didn't even know it as well. And, like, one weird thing about in the movie is, like, when Peter Parker, for example, I guess you can say, he goes through a tough time, right? When he was faced with a tough problem, right? For example, like, Harry Osborn basically just sabotaging his relationship with him and Mary Jane. He takes out the black suit all the time. Like, he chooses the easy escape route and just gets the black suit. Whenever he gets mad, whenever things aren't going for him, he takes the easy way out and takes the comfort zone. And that later on, he had to pay the price for it. And not only that, but his addiction affected people around him as well. And once he realized that, like, geez, like, dude, like, this thing is consuming me. Then he had to take that off. And, after that, Eddie Brock, he got it. And now he's addicted to it because it feels so good in him. The symbiote gives you comfort, just like porn. It gives you comfort. It gives you unlimited. It feels like you have unlimited power with this tap of your finger. And that's the scary thing is, you didn't have to work for that power. Just got it instantly. And I feel like that's one great example with Spider-Man 3, just talking about just addiction overall. And, man, it's just like, yeah. Just another thing is it just builds up an urge. I feel like with porn, it gives us more of a brain fog in us. There's no more clarity in us. Now everything just feels like brain fog in us because all of a sudden now you start getting these, sexual thoughts. All of a sudden you start, getting these urges to start watching more and more. Even though you probably don't really want to, but all of a sudden that urge kicks in and you instantly act on it. Just like when you get angry, you instantly act on that emotion and then you start, probably screaming, you start breaking stuff and all that other things. And we just instantly act on it. It's like we're not in control with our own mind. We're not in control with our own body. Like, we can't really make our own decisions. And, man, we can't make our own decision because we instantly act on that. Just like when someone gets sad, we just start overthinking. We don't really try to calm ourselves down. We don't really try to think positively. We just, think that that's the dead end. that's the end of it, and like we feel doomed about it, even though in reality it's not. There's always light down the tunnel, and it's just, yeah. And also I just feel like with porn overall, it's just fake love. It definitely is fake love. Like, just imagine, like, the people who perform all this stuff, they don't really do it because they love each other, man. They don't do it because they love each other. They're doing it for the money. They're doing it to gain attention. And is that attention really worth it? Is that money really worth it to show your own body? I don't really think it is. And then you become unhappy. Now all of a sudden you got all these people you get all, like, people eyeballing you out of nowhere. And people only care about you not because for you, not because of your personality, not because of just the energy you give out in a positive way. No, they just like you for your looks. And that's such a bad way to do. And I feel sorry for people who got into this porn industry, who sold their soul. You know? And it's just like, I just feel bad for them, man. I sincerely do. Like, this is, I don't really know what to say now. And, it's just fake love. It's honestly just 100% fake love. Like, like, when you watch porn, it's not the real thing. Okay? It's not the real thing at all. It's fake. It's all an illusion. It's a fantasy. That's not how it works. Porn compared to real life, that's not how it works. It's like, it's not how it works at all. They're selling you a fantasy, man. It's just like, it's not real. It's an illusion. Okay, so let's talk about more overall just bad side effects of porn, because the list goes on and on forever. Though I just want to, put out, say out a few things that I feel like are mostly, I guess, really just damaging to people. And yeah, so let's talk about that. And one, like, bad side effect of porn, and this is just mostly towards, this is like towards males, not really towards the female just group, I guess you can say, is erectile dysfunction. I'm not even joking when I say that. And I know, probably some of you, who's ever listened to this podcast probably never heard of it, probably did. Though basically what erectile dysfunction is just basically, when you're with someone like a partner, a significant other, and you're just you're trying to get it down with them, and all of a sudden, like, you're not turned on. You're not turned on by your significant other. You're basically just completely, like, turned off, and you're not getting an erection at all when you're getting it down. And that can be really a bad thing, and how this happens is just, like, if a guy just watches a lot, like, lots and lots of porn, and, their mind is most likely trying to give them an expectation of, like, what, their significant other would look like. They try, like, the mind is most likely trying to translate what they see in porn into reality. Though at the end of the day, we all know how that goes down. It doesn't really work at the end of the day. And that can be really a bad thing for just males out there who watch porn, and they're in a relationship. And most definitely, it can destroy relationships as well. It can take a toll on that, which can be just really bad as well. Especially just for married couples out there as well. And another thing I feel like, which is mostly, I guess you can say, a bad side effect, is brain fog. And I hate brain fog, in my opinion. Like, brain fog is just the definition of feeling lost. Like, brain fog is like the meaning of you. You don't know where to go. Like, it's just like brain fog. You just start overthinking. You start like, you're not really you. You don't have that clarity in you. And I hate that when that happens. And brain fog starts to take a toll on you as well once you watch lots and lots, or just, no, just consume a lots of porn. And that's just another bad side effect of porn as well. And also another thing is just, it increases your social anxiety and stuff. Like, you know, you, you can't really interact with people in public. You start overthinking things. And most definitely another thing I feel like is you just start thinking in a dirty way. Like, actually, you start thinking in a way it's just not right. Like, no, man. No, man. And there's just so many just bad side effects. And, most importantly, even though we talked about this, there's no growth because you're in your comfort zone 24/7. And that's a scary thing as well. And, yeah. So, now, how can we actually overcome this? How can we actually beat this addiction? How can we actually go on this NoFap journey, semen retention? No matter who you are, you can be on this journey, even if you're a female and stuff. Because, everyone goes through some sort of addiction, and we have to overcome it somehow. So I feel like just one way of just overcoming this addiction and being on this NoFap stuff and journey, being on the semen retention journey, is to, is to don't, just try to not act on your thoughts. Try not to act on your urges, because those urges aren't really you. When you have that urge to do a bad habit, to act on that bad habit, it's not really you all the time. It's not really you who's in control. It's like your own mind, like I said, it's been hijacked. Like, once you, for example, like I said, I'm pretty sure, when you get angry, you act on that anger, and you start doing crazy stuff, like maybe punching the table, maybe throwing something, screaming, yelling, all this stuff, and you can't really control your nerves down. You can't control yourself. You can't really calm down and just be in the moment and just accept that feeling is there and it's gonna come and go. Realize this, all these urges in you, of that urge of you wanting to consume porn, that feeling is gonna come and go. Trust me. Trust me when I say that. It's gonna come and go. Feelings are gonna come and go. Just when you're doing meditations, if you're doing a meditation state and, you're trying to recover from a porn addiction, those thoughts of you having that urge is going to pop up, most definitely. Though, just accept that it's there, and just know that it's there, and just, and it's going to fade out. Trust me when I say that. There's another thing, is just replace it with a good habit, or just a better habit. Replace it, invest your time into something much better than just porn all the time. Why I say porn all the time, I mean, just much better than just get rid of it completely, because it doesn't really serve us no purpose in life. Just start attending daily activity. Start attending things that you never even knew that you even liked in the first place. Start that YouTube channel that you always wanted, if you actually want to start a YouTube channel. Or just be like me. You can just start do something that you're passionate about. Try something new. Because never in a million years for me, I thought, never in a million years, I thought I'll be into photography. I'm now, I'm so fascinated about photography, cameras and stuff. It's just so cool. And I never really knew I even had that in me until I started doing it back in the summer 2019. Ever since then, it's just been so much fun, honestly. I just love it. Just try things, just do things that you're just happy you're doing about. Passionate things. For me, it's martial arts, dancing, photography, programming, game development and stuff. Those 4 things are it just makes me feel like it makes me feel free. It makes me think creatively. It just makes me be myself overall. And like I said, like, just start something new. Take that big risk. Whether it's a YouTube channel, starting a podcast like me, or just starting your own brand or business, whatever it may be, and that is just getting out of your comfort zone. Like try something new. And I'm for sure you're like that urge to like consume any bad habit or porn is going to go away. It's gonna go away. Just another thing just to do, just once you're on the semen retention stuff, you're basically telling your own mind that you're in control. Like, your mind does not have control of you. You're in control. Like, you're telling your mind, like, I don't want to take the easy way out. No, not at all. Not at a long shot. I don't want to take the easy way out. Like, I don't want, like, seriously, like, you're saying, basically telling your mind, like, it's my way. Okay? It's just your way. Your own style. And, because, like, most of the times, we're not really in control. Like, we are most of the times in the days, we're mostly on autopilot, I feel like. We're never really 100% present. We never really just think on what actions we're really doing. And that can be bad sometimes, because that can also as well start brain fog when your life is just on autopilot and you're not really physically fully in the present moment. And also just, with dealing with getting out of your comfort zone, meditation, cold showers, exercising, all these stuff is going to make you a better person. Trust me, it will. And I'll talk about cold showers in another episode. And just, yeah. Now, right now, I just ran out some things to say. Man, this is a long episode. But anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. And I'm just really thankful for making this podcast show. Still, I'm just really thankful, even though it seems like no one really listens or, engaged with the show. It's totally okay with me, because I know in the long run, we're going to have an audience, and we're going to help people out. This show is all about helping people out, making people feel free, making people feel happy, man. That's my intentions. That's my goal as of there. And yeah, and there's a lot of things that has been going on in my life as well. Things that I've been wanting to try something new. For example, I'm still trying to make my own clothing brand, which is launch off. And I'm just so excited for that as well. And also just creating things out of my creativity, out of my imagination, and just trying new things as well. And I still want to make more of these episodes. I just love doing them. I just love it a lot. Just thank you guys so much, whoever is listening out there. You mean a lot. You mean a lot to me. That, hey, I have a listener, and yeah, you mean a lot. I'm just grateful and thankful for all of people who do just be here, I am really. And yeah, honestly, happiness over success, I guess you can say. Happiness over fame, happiness over money. It's all that matters, man. As long as I'm happy doing this, then life is gonna flow as I want it to be. So thank you guys so much for listening. Man, don't really know what to say next, but all I got to say is just, this is the Brew of Life show. My name is Steven. Love you all. I really mean that. Love you all. And take care of you guys selves, whatever you're going through, keep on pushing. And I'm for sure you're going to evolve as a better human being and stuff. And yeah, this is the Brew of Life show. My name is Steven. Peace out.